Welcome to Slime Smoothie Magic, where friendship meets science. We're gonna slime someone today. Our story begins in the town of Goo Lagoon, where we meet our hero, Salim. Salim is an energetic and enthusiastic young boy who just so happens to have green slime oozing out of his hands. Don't worry though, because every time he gets a little too slimy for comfort, he can just put on his special gloves that absorb the excess slime. Thanks to these magic gloves, Salim has been able to live a relatively normal life despite being half human, half slime. But unfortunately, these gloves don't last forever and it's time for him to make a new pair. So off he goes to visit the local tailor to get measured. When the tailor asks Salim what kind of material he wants for his new gloves, Salim says, "Make them out of rubber so the slime can't eat through them." The tailor says, "No problem," and pulls out a big spool of black rubber. However, when he goes to cut it, the scissors just phase straight through it. The tailor is shocked and confused by this, but quickly recovers and runs to the back room to grab something much stronger. He comes back out with a massive pair of scissors, which cuts the rubber with ease. The tailor makes the gloves, which are almost as tall as Salim, and when he puts them on, they fit perfectly. The tailor asks if Salim would like some slime juice to go with his new gloves, but Salim declines the offer. He takes off his old gloves and throws them in the trash, then walks outside to test out his new ones. A bunch of kids come running up to him saying, "Give me your lunch money, Sal," and they start to advance on him. Enraged, Salim yells, "Get away from me," and accidentally drops his lunch, which starts to melt into a giant pool of slime. One of the kids falls in and screams, "Help, I'm being digested alive." The other kids run away in terror, but Salim isn't worried. He knows his new gloves will protect him from any danger. After school, Salim goes home, but his parents aren't there yet. So he lets himself in and heads straight to the kitchen to make himself some slime. Smoothies are one of his favorite things to drink, even though he doesn't really need food or water. It's more of a hobby than anything else. And as he is blending his latest concoction, his parents finally arrive home. His mom is very tired and upset. She tells Salim that she had a huge fight with his dad and that they might be getting a divorce. Salim feels bad that he can't help her, so he makes her a smoothie and gives it to her. She thanks him and tells him to go play outside since she needs some alone time. So off he goes, but not before making sure to lock the front door. He doesn't want anyone to come in while his parents are arguing. However, he didn't walk it all the way and a couple of kids from school snuck inside. They tell him that they're looking for his dad, but Salim refuses to tell them where he is. When they try to grab him, he sprays them with slime and they scream in terror. One of the kids gets stuck to the wall and the other gets stuck to the ceiling. Then they both start to melt into piles of goo. Salim is horrified by what he just did, but he doesn't know how to change it back. So he calls up his best friend, Sammy, for help. Sammy is happy to oblige and soon arrives at Salim's house. After hearing what happened, Sammy tells Salim that the only way to reverse the process is with a kiss from someone who truly loves them. This makes Salim's eyes light up with excitement, but Sammy quickly says, "Just kidding, buddy. I lied. The only way to fix it is with a magical kiss from a fairy godmother." Salim is disappointed, but he knows that Sammy is only trying to help, so he goes with him to find a fairy godmother. They look everywhere but can't seem to find one. Just when they're about to give up, they hear some singing coming from inside a nearby cave. Could this be their fairy godmother? As they peek inside, they see a beautiful woman covered in glitter and surrounded by butterflies. She must be the fairy godmother. As they sneak closer, they hear her say, "One day my powers will grow so strong that all of the humans will fear me." Salim and Sammy hide behind a rock, terrified at what they just heard. Was this fairy godmother really going to help them? Or was she evil? Suddenly, the butterflies fly away and the fairy godmother looks up, having sensed their presence. She tells them to come forward and introduces herself as Fairy Fnar. She says she make them a deal. If they can bring her the heart of a slime monster, she reverse the spell. But if they can't, she steal their souls and use them to power herself. Salim and Sammy are shocked and saddened, but they know it's their only hope. So they agree to the deal and Fairy Fnar disappears in a puff of smoke. When they tell her their plan, she says, "You idiots, there's no such thing as a slime monster. I tricked you." And she starts to laugh maniacally. Before she can do anything though, Sammy steps in front of Salim and gets hit by the blast. She faints and turns into a pile of goo. Salim is furious. He yells at Fairy Fnar for doing this and demands that she change Sammy back. But she just laughs and says that the only way to reverse the spell is with a kiss from someone who truly loves them. That means Sammy has to kiss me. I guess this is it. This is how we're gonna save Sammy. Salim leans in and kisses Sammy. She turns back into a girl and wakes up. They're both blushing and embarrassed, but Sammy is grateful for what Salim did. She tells him that she loves him as a friend, and that's enough for him. The two hug each other tightly and thank Fairy Fnar for helping them. She says that she wasn't really helping them, but rather watching them for her own amusement. However, she enjoyed seeing them work together and become closer friends. So she gives them each a magical kiss that will make them a little bit stronger. Then she disappears in a puff of smoke, leaving the two friends alone. Together they head home, happy to be reunited. The next morning, Salim wakes up feeling refreshed and excited for another day of slime smoothie making. He makes a batch and brings it to his mom, who is still upset about her and Salim's dad's argument. After drinking the smoothie, she seems to cheer up a bit and thanks him for making it. Salim says, "No problem, Mom," and gives her a big hug. He could tell she was still sad, but hopefully the smoothie made her feel a little better. Suddenly, his dad walks in. He and Salim's mom are both crying and they tell him that they've decided to get a divorce. Salim is shocked and upset, but tries to stay strong for his dad. He knows this is what his dad wanted, so he'll respect his decision. His mom hugs him goodbye and tells him that he'll always be her little slime baby. Then she leaves. Salim's dad is crying, but he tries to hide it. He tells Salim that he'll always be there for him, no matter what. Then he leaves as well. Salim is now all alone. He doesn't know what to do or where to go. He feels like he has no one left in the world. At that moment, he hears a knock at the door. He opens it to see Sammy standing there with a bunch of gooey slime monsters. They all smile at him and tell him that they're here to take him to safety. Then they all walk off together. We don't know what happens next, but I imagine they all live happily ever after. Maybe in a world made of slime where everything is gooey and fun. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this slime smoothie adventure. It was really fun to write and I hope you liked it. Anyway, bye.